Welcome to Guns and Gear Network, everyone. Appreciate you tuning in today. I want to do this little video. I'm going to just make you guys aware of some things you may not realize exist. Distraction devices normally are restricted to military and law enforcement, what's called flashbangs. But there are some variations that's available in the civilian side of things that are usually from the airsoft, paintball, what they call the mil-sim community, which is military simulation. It's kind of like reenactment type stuff. And but there are a few things on the market that are decent and that come out of that community that actually can carry over in the prepping and survival community that are legal to own, and you know, they're fairly decent at what they do. But they do make different ones that are very similar to a flashbang in a certain way as far as making noise. And I'm going to demonstrate one here. I've got a couple that I've got here. These actually work off of CO2. If you look here, you've got a spoon, just like a regular, and a pin, just like you would on a regular flashbang. And these things are spring operated, and so when you let them go, this thing flips up and you don't lose your spoon, and this thing hits a firing pin that hits this CO2 cartridge that's housed inside of here, that then takes this plastic here and expands. So some of you may have seen like MRE bombs and things like that. This is very similar. You're just creating pressure in an enclosed environment. That's all you're doing. Now, the way this works, you pull the firing pin back, holding it down to load it, pull your spoon down, and then put in your pin. See if I can get it in here to hold it all together. And then you just simply bend these tabs. Once you get it all in there, you can bend just one tab so it doesn't pull out. Alright, so the way to load this, you take these CO2 cartridges you can buy at any Walmart or places like that. You stick it in, take the cap. Now, there's some little tricks to these things. I put Teflon tape on these threads, and this is made of aluminum, just so it'll seal real well. And you take and screw it on like this. And you can fill these with things like powder, cayenne pepper, stuff like that, you know, to make them a little more effective. But they're distraction devices or alarms. So you could set these up with a tripwire, and then they would go off and allow you to know that somebody's in your area. But I'm going to put this together. Another trick, I take Vaseline and put on these threads here. And you simply screw it down like this. And this is like I said, just a fun little device. They make some others that work off of blanks and things like that. But once these, you rebuy these, and this piece here you keep. So they're fairly, I don't want to say they're real expensive, but I wouldn't want to toss a bunch of these and lose this portion of it where you can't go back and retrieve them. If you notice, I've got a couple here, and then I've got a bunch of empty bodies. And we use these in training just for simulation purposes. And but they also work as a good distraction device or an alarm that doesn't have any flash, it doesn't have any fire, so they're very safe when it comes to dry environments, like out in a wooded environment, because there's no like gunpowder involved. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the camera up here, and I'm going to let one of these go off and show you what it does. And I'm going to toss it up on the table for simulation purposes. And they're fairly loud, and you'll see that here in a second. Well, there you go, guys. My ears are ringing. They were pretty loud. It blew off the table here, and I'm going to get it. But if you look, it blew it apart just like that. And all you do is now take this off. And you replace that. You just toss this, and you replace this, and it's still cold because it's got CO2. And unload it, reset everything, and you're ready to go again. So, but anyway, guys, just kind of wanted to show you that. If you're not familiar with these, like I said, they're good distraction devices, pretty loud, and work fairly well for what they are. And I'll post some in the section below. I'll post where you can buy them. They're not super expensive, but they work really well. Pretty simplistic in their design. But anyway, guys, appreciate you tuning in. If you like our videos, give us that thumbs up. That's always appreciative. It helps us with YouTube and so forth. And as always, like, share, and subscribe. And we'll bring you another video shortly. Have a great day, guys.